fights with Claw Black when he wants to get laid. You know, no one's ever going to see that in our lifetime. And so, what do you do with a character like that? Do you make it super cartoony and buffoonish? And I said, no, because there's all these beautiful people in show business, like showbiz periphery. I'm not going to put them down, but they weren't well known, like Lou Jacoby was from Yiddish theater, and he was that old actor that would go, you know, I want you to eat Alpine Lace cheese because I care about what you eat. You, and you, and you. And then there was a guy in vaudeville, which was like show business before, you know, television. And there was a guy named George Jessel, and he would come out and he'd go, hello, ladies and germs. You know, hello, Mama, it's your son, George. From the money each week? And so these two marble-mouthed guys, I took one look at all that cool meat hanging off his face, and I said, it's gotta be like they both. You know, and so that's what it became. Yeah. No, but we had a horrific scare one day after about 4 or 5 years of doing the show where I was at a table reading. I was reading the wrong character for a particular character. And the room just stopped dead. And I was like, what? Oh, shit. You know, and it's the first time that ever happened to me. I began to lose it. But who cares, you know? I mean, that's the place where you try out everything that might work. Yeah, way back. Hi.
Could you do the Big Dumb announcer voice and Mr. Horse from Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, you know what? Mr. Horse was not my voice. It was John Kay that did that voice. But I was the screaming space announcers, you know. Will he push the button that can erase his very existence? The shiny red button, the candy-like button. Will he hold out? Can he hold out? Tune in next week. Well, Space Jam, when we did, oh, you mean, oh, okay, I'm thinking of Space Madness. They had just become spacey after a while. Well, it's funny, I mean, Mel Blanc, of course, was one of my heroes, but I cared more about creating stuff, but I idolized that guy because not only was it a collection of witty little voices, you believed those voices because he was a hell of an actor. You felt for everything that he did, even though he was insolent. He was the guy that we, and the women that we all want to be, you know, thumbing your nose at convention, and that was his big appeal. You know, and he would just look at the audience, you know, after he did something to Elmer Fudd, you know, and he would break the fourth wall and look at us. Ain't I a little stinker? Yeah, what's up, Doc? And you had to eat carrots for that movie and everything. I did it. Mel was allergic to carrots, by the way. And he always had to eat them, and they said, can I get some celery? He had a low voice like that. Oh, the greatest thing that ever happened to me was, there was a movie with The Rock. You know, and it was called Mysterious Island. Second one that came out, maybe. And they showed a short subject cartoon before it, and it was a Warner Brothers cartoon, except it never existed. What they did was they took a track that was recorded in probably the year I was born, like from 1952 or something, and it was a song called The Hunter's Lament, or Daffy's Rhapsody. You know, you remember the one, not that I do the voice so great, but it's like, you know, greetings, my name is Daffy, there's no other duck like me, and then it was like, that's a real piece of music, and what they did was they had Daffy singing in desperation, why don't they leave me alone, and there was shooting, you know, but it was on a record, so they built a cartoon out of it, and they put in a character that did not exist in a cartoon that did not exist. They stuck Elmer Fudd in it, you know, and he was like that brain-dead hunter. I can't think of anything funnier, you know, with a little hat on, you know. Shh, be quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Well, I wasn't happy, but because I did that, they put me in that cartoon. They built Elmer Fudd chasing with a shotgun. Come on, rabbit! Say your pues! And so in the credits it said Mel Blanc and Billy West, and I was like, I can't breathe this. That's how amazing something like that. And the future's totally unwritten. You should look at yourself and go, the future's unwritten. I have no idea what's going to happen. If you told me that, when I was a wise ass playing music on stage, shaking my ass around before I lost my spandex license in 1978, that's going to happen, I'd say.